Everyone has heard of the YMCA, the Young Men's Christian Association, of course, kind of made popular by the village people, I think.
But there's a similar organization, and it's geared towards women, and it's aptly named the YWCA.
No song, though.
No, or dance, but we can make one up.
How would you make the W?
We're going to stop.
It is in charge of Cake-A-Palooza this weekend, and Lindsay Boach joins us now with more on this important fundraiser. Linz?
Yeah, thanks, guys. It is putting on, it's a great fundraiser. Tegan and I are competing in the Live Extreme Cake Competition. Here's our cake from last year, and we are hoping to do a lot better this year. We have learned some great tips yesterday. We're going to keep learning tips throughout the week. But today, Mary Muehlenfeld joins me. She's the executive director of the YWCA. First of all, just explain a little bit about the organization.
Well, we've been in Quincy 105 years, and our mission statement is eliminating racism and empowering women, and we do that through three different programs that we support here in Quincy.
And what are those programs?
We have the supportive housing program, which is the main program that we do. We have a girl empowerment program, and we also have racial and social justice programs.
How do you guys help women in the Quincy community, and not only the Quincy community, but surrounding communities as well?
The main thing that we do is we empower women through becoming economically self-sufficient. And we target a very specific homeless population, women with disabling conditions that have children, that have so many obstacles in their way, from moving from homelessness to being housed and reaching a level of self-sufficiency to maintain that housing. So we provide the housing and all the wraparound services to address all those obstacles, to make the family healthy and increase their income, and eventually to wean themselves from public assistance and get on their feet and stand on their own 2 feet for a very long time.
So the YWCA is very important in the community.
Yes, it's really one of the best kept secrets in Quincy, because so much of what we do is confidential. We don't put a lot out there. We can't really advertise, you know, how we've helped families, because you know, they like to maintain their confidentiality. So we don't get a lot of advertising. Our programs aren't real public, but what we do is very important, and we have a high success rate. It's a HUD-funded program. They predicted a 30% success rate, and we've always achieved well over 60%.
And now the money raised from Cake-A-Palooza, what will that go towards?
That will go towards just general operating to support all the programs that we do. So our HUD funding has a match requirement, so we have to grant write and fundraise to match that, so that we can bring in $500,000 into the Quincy community. That every dime of that is spent here in the Quincy community. All
right, sounds like a great organization. We're going to talk a little bit later on in the show about Cake-A-Palooza and a little bit more about the YWCA. Thank you very much, Mary.
The YWCA has been around for more than 150 years.
But the chapter right here in Quincy has been here for 105 years.
And it's putting on Cake-A-Palooza this weekend for the second year in a row, since we're talking numbers. Lindsay Boach joins us now with more on this great fundraiser.
Yes, and it's more than a fundraiser. It's actually to raise awareness for homelessness here for women, correct?
Yeah, that's our primary goal, is to let the public know what we do, what our mission is, and the programs that we have available.
And what are some of those programs that you have available?
Supportive housing, which I talked about earlier, which is helping homeless women and their children become stably housed. But we also have a girl empowerment program called A Girl Like Me, and it targets girls living in poverty, homeless girls, girls in foster care, and we partner them with a professional woman in the community who serves as a mentor. But we also partner with the YMCA on this important program, and we hold all our meetings there. It's every Friday. And we take a group of girls over there to spend about 30 minutes working on character education. Right now we're working on self-esteem. And then, of course, we're at the Y, so we're incorporating some health and fitness and nutrition lessons into that as well.
Now this Saturday, Cake-A-Palooza, it's the second annual event. How did this all get started?
Well, this was the brainchild of Angie Barnes, who loves cake decorating, and we were trying to think of some way to a fundraiser that represented what we do, and that's, you know, bringing people together, including all ages, people from all walks of life. So we thought how fun to, replicate cupcake wars and, little cake boss, throw that in there. And we decided, let's do something that everybody of any age and any walk of life can participate in.
And now we've talked about the Extreme Live competition, but there's more than just that. There are other competitions and other cake things going on.
Oh, there's so many things going on all at once. You really have to go spend the whole 4 hours to take it all in. In addition to the live competition, there are 8 pre-decorated divisions, and we have children's, teens, what the heck am I doing, cake pops, non-edible cakes, which is interesting. We have a whole area down by the Sears area in the mall of kids activities, which are just games that, things that kids love to do. They're having a costume contest at 2 o'clock, so kids can dress up like anything baking related or Valentine's related. And so it's a contest and a little parade. But we have a lot of booths set up to, make people aware of what we do, what we're addressing. We're kicking off our raffle sale. We have a raffle that runs from Saturday through April 21st, which is a cash giveaway, and the top price is $5,000.
Wow.
So that's very exciting. So this event is a kickoff to that as well. But I think that the most important thing about Saturday is these beautiful creations in the live competition are donated to our partners here in Quincy that we work very closely with, Salvation Army, Quinata, Madonna House, Horizon Soup Kitchen, all those organizations that work with us to find people that are eligible for our program and help bring them in.
How important is that connection with those other organizations in the community?
Actually, we wouldn't exist without them. One of the criteria that HUD put upon us for entry into the program is that they have to come from shelter. So it is vital that we have good relationships with these organizations.
And HUD is Housing and Urban Development?
Yes.
Okay, and explain a little bit about your connection with them.
It's a federal grant through HUD, and we work through what's called a continuum of care. And HUD gives funding to that continuum, and then we as groups distribute the money to address homelessness. So we work on a plan, we have a strategic plan to solve homelessness in our community. And we're a piece of that puzzle, as are all our partners in an 11-county region, actually. So, but we are the biggest supportive housing program in that 11-county continuum of care.
And if people want to come out to Cake-A-Palooza, it's at the Quincy Mall this
Yes.
Saturday.
Starts at noon and runs till 4.
All right, thank you very much, Mary. We're going to talk to you a little bit later on in the show, a little bit more about what the YWCA does, and a little bit more about the cake competition coming up this Saturday. Back to you guys at the desk.
Everyone's heard of the YMCA for the main reason that they're the Young Men's Christian Association, but also a popular song, made popular by the village people.
But the YWCA is a chapter geared towards women, and we have one right here in Quincy, and this weekend they're holding the Cake-A-Palooza.
It's a nice fundraising event. Here is Lindsay Boach to tell us all about it.
Yes, the Quincy chapter has been here for 105 years. The YWCA has been in existence for 150 years. The executive director of the Quincy chapter, Mary Muehlenfeld, joins me now. Explain a little bit about the YWCA.
Well, our mission is eliminating racism and empowering women, and we do it through 3 different programs that we support here in Quincy.
How important is it to empower women in this day and age?
Well, the number of single moms that are raising children all on their own are phenomenal, so it is extremely important, and Quincy is no exception to that.
Now, Cake-A-Palooza is more than just a fundraiser for the YWCA. Explain a little bit about how the proceeds benefit and also the cakes that are made in the live competition.
Well, the proceeds do go to support the cash match we have to come up with for the supportive housing. It funds the Girl Empowerment Program, A Girl Like Me, and it funds our racial and social justice programs that we do in the community as well. But more importantly, Cake-A-Palooza is an awareness campaign to not only make people aware that homelessness exists, but let them know that there are organizations here in this city and in this community that are working very hard every day on this. We do it on a really small staff and 21 dynamic board members, and that's what makes our organization so highly successful.
Now, does it target homelessness in men and women, or just in women?
Strictly women.
Okay.
So we just target single mothers with disabling conditions or fleeing domestic violence, and they have to have at least 1 child.
Now, is there a lot of that in Quincy? We don't really hear a lot about it, but sometimes you don't hear about these things?
Right. Well, last year I turned away 540 women and children claiming to be homeless. They didn't all fit the criteria of my program, but they were all in some state of homelessness last year.
Wow. And the cakes that we will be making, this is part of Tegan and I's cake from last year. We will be competing again in the live competition. Hopefully we're going to redeem ourselves from last year's mess. But those also get donated as well.
Yes, they do. We donate those to our partner organizations here in the community, Salvation Army, Quinata, Madonna House, Horizon Soup Kitchen.
And how important is that connection between those organizations and the YWCA?
Without them, we don't exist, because that is where we get our referrals from. They deal with the people firsthand that are homeless, and then they connect them with us so that we can move them into housing.
Are there opportunities for people in the community to help out the YWCA aside from Cake-A-Palooza?
Well, we have 3 different fundraisers during the year. Next month we have a Kelly's Fun Run, which is a 30-year tradition for Kelly's and Ranella Company. We have Women of Achievement coming up in April, so attending and participating that way, definitely. We're looking for board members that have a dedication to our racial and social justice programs. We really want to build that. We're building that this year. We're getting a great momentum going. We're actually, for the first time, participating in a national YWCA movement called Stand Against Racism, which is the end of April. And we have several things planned. One is a huge pulpit swap, where we want to predominantly black churches to switch ministers with predominantly white, and experience the ministry through the different eyes of the different pastors. And Martin Luther King made the statement that one of the most segregated hours in America is that 1 hour at church, where we all go to our different churches. So we're excited about Stand Against Racism, but we're going to get people involved. We're going to organize a campaign to form Human Chains. On April 27th, we're going to ask businesses and organizations and churches to lend us 25 loaned executives or volunteers to form a human chain down Broadway.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Mary. Cake-A-Palooza is this weekend, Saturday, at the Quincy Mall, and it starts at noon.
Yes.
Should be a great time. Come out and check out Tegan and I as we hopefully redeem ourselves in the Extreme Cake Competition. Back to you guys at the desk.